Welcome to Evilive, the live media commentary show that answers the question, is the devil truly in the details? Subscribe if you're new to the channel, because today we're reacting to the new Prime Video India's The Ring of Power New English trailer. That's right, I don't know why the US Prime channel didn't put the video out, but I didn't see it on it, and I only found it on Prime Video India. So, I don't know, I guess they're just cooler than us, which is entirely possible. All right, so this series is set thousands of years before the events of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. It is based on the author J.R.R. Tolkien's history of Middle-earth, and it begins during a time of relative peace and covers all the major events of Middle-earth's Second Age: the forging of the Rings of Power, the rise of the Dark Lord Sauron, the fall of the island kingdom of Númenor, and the last alliance between elves and men. So, I'm stoked for this. Let's get into it. We're going to watch it once with their audio, and then I'll pot it down, and we'll just sort of riff over some of the scenes and stuff like that. So, let's do this. It's going to be good. I hope. I don't know, maybe it's going to suck. We'll see.
My brother gave his life hunting the enemy. His task is now mine.
Picking up the mantle from her.
Stand with me. Ours was no chance meeting. Not fate. Nor destiny. Ours was the work of something greater.
Each of us, every one, must decide who we shall be.
I am not the hero you seek.
Whatever it was you did, be free of it.
One day this will be your kingdom.
Choose not the path of fear, but that of faith.
One thing we can do, better than any creature in all Middle-earth, we stay true to each other with our hearts even bigger than our feet.
We can survive this. You and I.
Commander! Wait!
No, we keep moving.
Why do you keep fighting?
There is a tempest in me.
You have fought long enough, Galadriel. Put up your sword.
Without it, what am I to be?
One of the most powerful and beloved elves? Maybe. That looked awesome! What I really appreciate about this so far is that it doesn't seem like it's just one storyline, right? It looks like we're going to have a Númenorian storyline. We're going to have, what are the elves of, the dwarves of, oh my gosh, Moria. We're going to have a Moria storyline. I'm currently awake. And, you know, wherever the elves are living right now, we're going to have an elven storyline. But then behind all of those storylines, we're also going to have, oh, and the original Hobbits. I can't remember what they're called, but it's not like proper Hobbits. It's like the prehistory Hobbits storyline. So we're going to have all of these different free peoples of Middle-earth in their own sort of separate storylines. And then we're going to have the concurrent Rings of Power through line of Sauron coming to power, forging the rings, giving the rings to the idiots, and then like twisting his evil curled mustache and saying "mwahaha" a lot, which I'm sure is a scene. It has to be a scene, right, in this show. "Mwahaha! I've got you all now. You put on the ring." So, I mean, that's what I love. I love a whole bunch of sort of A and B stories running concurrently, affecting each other, just due to the political and social machinations of those different free peoples of Middle Earth. It looks like it's going to be great. So I want to sort of scrub through this a little bit. I love this like water scene. So that's got to be like near the. It could literally be anywhere, anytime. You know, it could be like a shipwreck and they're sort of in the ocean and suddenly a sea creature comes and attacks them. It could be when Númenor fell and we're seeing like some of the beasts maybe that had a role in it or something. I don't know about the lore, so I'm just sort of riffing here. It could be anything, but I do love me. It feels so hopeless. You floating in the ocean, and then this creature from that environment is hunting you. That's terrifying. That's why shark movies are so great. And these right here, are those wargs? I don't even know what those. They don't look like normal wargs. He's definitely a Númenorian. And we see Galadriel going over there. This looks like one of those final battles. Maybe that's Galadriel's brother that died, and so she picked up the mantle of like the warrior or something like that. I'm really excited to find out. I know that when the showrunners were writing this, they said at San Diego Comic-Con that because there's sort of suggested information from the appendix and from the Silmarillion, it seemed like J.R.R. Tolkien sort of left it open for others to come and sort of fill in some more of the details. And so that's what they're doing. When they have to extrapolate because it's not directly in the text, then they use their best judgment in order to extrapolate on elements of Middle-earth in order to tell this fully realized drama, ultimately. And I actually appreciate that a lot, you know, because ultimately when you're talking about adapting a piece of fiction, literature into the visual medium, it's impossible to do a one-to-one transfer. You have to combine characters, combine plot lines, you know, wrap things up so that it's a more palatable to the visual storytelling mode rather than the literary storytelling mode. They are completely different. We process them completely differently. You know, as human animals, we've been telling stories with finite beginning and endings in short form for all of our existence. And, you know, movies are an extension of that. And so I'm not going to be one of those insane people that like tries to nitpick, well, they didn't have this exactly right or that exactly right. I'm just going to watch this on the merits of it as a work of fiction and an adaptation of a bunch of other histories that aren't even in themselves complete. That's got to be Númenor, right? Or is that the Elven capital? Must be the Elven. Oh, no, that's definitely a Númenorian. And the Númenorians, aren't they like part immortal or like part gods or have like extended lifespans or something? They're supposed to be badass back in the day. That actually kind of looks like a young Strider. But this is way too early for that. Although he was a Númenorian and lived for a very long time. Who are these people? That's what I want to know. I have no idea who they are. They have to be somehow heralding in Sauron. Right? I don't know. They just look too good to be too evil to be good. We keep seeing that water scene. I want to see what that's up with. I love seeing Moria. It's just so great seeing like an underground city. And I don't know, yeah, I played the online role-playing game, and that was really cool too, being able to sort of delve into Moria. This little Hobbit thing where he's like, our hearts are almost as big as our feet. Like, it just makes me think of like, if not Pinocchio telling lies and his nose extending. You know, the same with Hobbit's feet. Um, I don't know. It's just kind of ridiculous. Or it reminds me of, you know, the Grinch Stole Christmas when his heart grew 3 sizes that day or 10 sizes that day. But that's terrifying right here. Oh my gosh! Just being in the middle of the ocean with a creature that's trying to eat you. Ah! I'm trying to stop in this tiny little spot here. I love the settings. When it's practical settings and you get just the natural beauty of where it's being filmed, I mean, there's just nothing better. It's just so beautiful. I love it to death. I love these little creatures too. This guy with the 2 horns on the side of his head. I love monsters. They're awesome. And that's epic right there. Oh, I can't wait for this to start. And it's starting soon. I think it's like 2 weeks away or a week and a half away. On September 2nd, it's going to drop. So we'll get all of our answers on the first episode. It's got to really get us in here. I'm going to let this play in the background while we talk about this for just 1 more minute. Let's start from the beginning. All right, so this is created by J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay. It's based on author J.R.R. Tolkien's History of Middle-earth. The music is composed by Bear McCreary, and it covers all of the major events, again, of Middle-earth's Second Age, like the Forging of the Rings of Power, the Rise of the Dark Lord Sauron, the fall of the Island Kingdom of Númenor, and the last alliance between elves and men. It is scheduled to premiere on Prime Video on September 2nd, 2022, and yeah, it's estimated to be 20 episodes in the first season. And that's how they used to do TV series. It was like 20 to 23 episodes or more for just one season of a series back in the day. But as soon as we sort of moved into cable, TV viewing habits, like 15, 20 years ago, they just cut every season from 20 plus to 5 plus. Now we're lucky if we get 8 or 12 episodes in a season. And I actually prefer the longer form content. I'm sure it's hell on the people who are making the content doing that many episodes, but I'd still like to see it. It looks beautiful. The natural places are great. Even this, this is clearly fake. It looks good. I mean, it's on par with anything out there in film right now. And that's not necessarily saying a lot, but it is saying that, at least it's not, 90s video game quality. I'm stoked to get into these characters and to really... So here's my plan moving forward. As soon as these episodes air, I'm going to get together with my buddy who does the What We Do in the Shadows episode reviews. And we're going to riff on every single one of these episodes. We're going to talk about the history, what's on screen, what inspired it off screen, and everything. So we really welcome you to join us on those as soon as it's out, and we'll let you know on the schedule and stuff. If you just subscribe to this YouTube channel, it'll let you know when those videos are coming as well. But I'm excited for it. Let me know. What do you guys think? Are you excited for this series? Do you think it's just going to be a big travesty and it should never be made in the first place? As long as it's not Flame Wars, let's have an honest back and forth discussion, because I think this is going to be one of those shows like Star Wars that ends up being needlessly political. All right, that is it. Thank you all so much again for tuning in. And as always, like it or not, evil spelled backwards is live. So get out there and be a little evil.